And we're live.
Greetings and welcome. This is It Only Makes Me Laugh, episode 27 of Something in the Dark, and I am your host and game master, Aaron. Something in the Dark is an actual play of Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG, from Green Ronin Publishing, using concepts and themes from the Supernatural Handbook, and is set within the connected version of Earth Prime that can be seen in many other offerings from the Untold Stories Project. Mutants and Masterminds is a D20 based system which allows players and GMs to create stories featuring all of the greatest heroes of their imagination. It is my personal favorite superhero RPG because of its mixture of simplicity, flexibility, and depth. It also has the best in-game reward for players in the form of hero points. Now these allow our heroes to re-roll a die, take an extra action, recover from a dangerous condition, or use their powers in new and creative ways. Our heroes each get to start with one of these hero points, and they can get additional points for good role playing, funny jokes, unfunny jokes, clever decisions, phenomenally stupid decisions, and for me using their characters' weaknesses against them. They can also get these hero points from your generosity. If you subscribe, renew a subscription, or donate bits to our stream, you will generate a hero point that can be given to the player of your choice. We are a PL6 stream with PL13 aspirations, and all of those likes, follows, and subscribes give us character points towards that goal. By the way, that bit about subscribing or liking applies whether you are watching us on Twitch or if you are watching us live on YouTube. Now, a quick word of warning. Unlike some of our other shows and streams, this show is rated M for mature. While it does primarily deal with superheroes and it is set on Earth Prime, this is intended as a horror stream. On the show, we will be dealing with issues of mental health, body horror, kidnapping, torture, murder, drug use, and similarly adult topics, like beheading. This show is not suitable for younger audiences and may trigger some adults. In addition, while the show mostly takes place in real-world locations, we are on Earth Prime, so there are fictional locations to deal with, and even the real-world ones may be slightly different. With that out of the way, let's meet our players for tonight. Shall we say, this is fine, heroes?
This is
It's
fine, heroes.
It's not fine.
Fire.
Flames on the side of my...
Good reference.
Heroes, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves, tell us your name, who you are playing, where else our listeners can find you, and answer our question of the week, which is, if your character could migrate to any other campaign within our shared universe, which one would it be and why? And we will start off with Deuce.
Howdy, everybody. I'm the Deuce. I am the One Piece to Kevin's Mobile Suit Gundam of anime of the Untold Stories Project. I am playing the mild-mannered priest Larry and his dark passenger Babel. Because if you're going to have a good time, might as well have a bad time at the same time because time is relevant. To answer the question of the day, after giving a little bit of thought, I decided that Larry and Babel, if they were in a different show, would be in Gym Stars because that show, in the word of the 90s alt-rock super band, Bare Naked Ladies, has the boom anime babes that make me think the wrong things. So, with that, my partner in crime, who probably won't be able to answer the question for another 30 seconds, but I can stall. It's not going to help. Jenny's going to keep laughing. She's not going to answer. She's trying, folks.
I hear you.
We could talk about how many negative years old they were when that song came out.
It's true. It came out in 98 for those playing our home game.
Well, I was not born then.
Your parents were not married then.
Damn.
Had,
I was 7.
had their parents met then? I think so.
In 90...
All right, well,
Yes.
this has been
When
fun.
that song came out, no.
Alright. Hi.
This has been fun, and I have no hips left, so I'm going to go now. Jemmy, please continue.
Hi. I'm Demi. I'll be playing our everyone's favorite and totally not mad at warrior from Wonderland, Alice, and her little not so little friend, the Jabberwock, when I actually get to play him. To answer the question, at first I thought, man, Alice really should not ever be allowed anywhere else. because it's Alice. But I feel like the only place that would really make sense for her, honestly, in our shared universe, is I've thought about it and I was like, oh, actually, with a little bit different of her, like if I just shift her backstory a little bit, I could always just have sent her into, instead of here, Alice could actually work pretty well in Heroes of Tomorrow. Because, I mean, like, despite being 21, she still also never really grew up, first off, and second off, if I just shift the backstory slightly, it doesn't have to have been 5 years for her in Wonderland to still go long. It's Faye. I can make it however long I want.
Yeah, and Duncan Summers loves a challenge.
Exactly. So I was like, oh, she'd actually fit pretty well there.
Today's lesson at the Claremont Academy is about the value of human life.
Yeah.
The intrinsic value.
That's why I say a few tweaks. Because part of the reason she's as jaded as she is because I was walking into this campaign already being a part of it. Going, yeah, I can make her a mess. But yeah. To the people who have broken hips. Hey, Wiki.
Wow.
That's just rude.
Yeah, it really is. I'm Wiki. I play Harper Graves, our resident feral cat. And the only place I feel like she'd really fit at all would be over at Guardians of Haven, because anywhere else she would be a villain. 100%.
Are you sure she's not a villain here, though?
If
No.
only by virtue of the fact that what you guys fight is so much worse.
But if you put her anywhere else, she's the thing that the team is fighting. So Alex.
Hi everybody, my name's Alex, and I am the line developer for Mutants Masterminds and Green Ronin Publishing, as well as the game master for Freedom League Dark and the Multiverse of the Master Mage, and a few other things. Today I will be playing the role of Marcus Moon, the former possessed genocidal dictator from Titan City turned superhero, question mark, air quotes. As for the answer to the question of the day, I had to put some really thought into this, but I think Marcus would fit in, I don't know that he would fit, but I would like to see him interact with Professor Cephalopod and the science crew over there in the City of Destiny. Just because I think Cyrus would get it. Sort of everything that's wrong with Marcus and the decisions he makes. And I think Professor C, Carrie, and Marcus would be a fun dynamic together if we were all there together. I think we should have a Science Bros campaign, is the short answer to that question. With Bowman, because Bowman should be everywhere. And Anson's a Master Mage, so he should go hang out with the Freedom League Dark, because that's, he would be the most annoying there, because he would constantly be trying to figure out if he has to kill those other characters.
I mean, in fairness, really Resonance the only one.
Yeah, I mean, they're all Master Mages. That was the whole point of Netherwar.
Yeah, but they're not.
Yeah,
I mean, they are, but they're not.
Mortis is.
Mortis is.
Yeah, but Centurion is.
They all have the ring with the power of heart.
Right. But I will pass it over to Aunt Puppy.
Hi, I'm Aunt Puppy. I play Professor Daffodil Carrie Pembroke. And I have to agree with Alex. I think it would be fun, seeing as Professor C in City of Destiny is her mentor. So that she left because of his mysterious disappearance. So it would be interesting for her to go back and just all of a sudden, be like, what the shit? So I think that would be a fun, interesting little thing that could happen if she had to figure out that. And I wonder too if I feel like she would figure it out, but I think it would take her a lot longer than she would like to admit that she realizes who it is. But yeah, so I think that would be an interesting, kind of dynamic, seeing as, he's an octopus now and she's in a wheelchair that she wasn't before. So it'll just it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
That is the most Fox sitcom thing I've heard today. She's an
Yeah, right?
octopus
Like
and she's in a wheelchair. Find out what happens next week on the dubious science cast.
Wackiness ensues.
This is their dog who's a detective.
Oh, look, here's the next door neighbor, a genocidal tyrant from another dimension. It's
Plus-
Marcus.
Plus, it would be fun to play both Keone trying not to hit on Carrie, as well as also trying to get Portal to not hit on Carrie, and so that she can hit on Carrie. But I feel like it would just be an absolute mess, and I think that would be fun. But with that, I'll pass it to Brandon.
If we bring Gator Man also, it'll just be Ethan's worst nightmare.
Hold on. If we just move Overdrive to the Shadow Academy table and put Professor C in Emerald City X, we would have Carrie, Marcus, and Professor C all together.
I hope you guys know this means nothing to some of us.
But
Maybe someday it will.
maybe someday it will. If you want to know what it means, come to Origins and play in Shadow.
And hey, come join us at Origins.
There are still 12
Yeah,
spots
I'm
left for Shadow War.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
So yeah, I'm Brandon. I am playing Orpheus and Eurydice. Yes, that Orpheus and Eurydice. And I think they would probably do well in Guardians of Haven, where they could commiserate with, another immortal, mythological figure, stuck in a world of supers. That is when Daedalus isn't being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Really sorry. You'd think I would have exhausted all of my really mean Orpheus and Eurydice jokes. But I had another one hit, and it was when you said I would be playing Orpheus and Eurydice. Yes, that Orpheus and Eurydice. My immediate response in my head was, wait, really? I don't see Eurydice. Orpheus, can you look behind you really quick?
Ooh. Thank you for the bits, Jupe.
I thought I had exhausted them all the first few times, like the first week we had Eurydice missing, but apparently not, and I'd like to apologize.
Do it. Let the hate flow through you.
Aaron.
I'm going to intervene before you kill my child.
Man,
So,
let's not trip over yourself.
when last we saw our heroes had finished battling the Looking Glass gang inside of the Mystery Police Department, and it ended, let's just say, somewhat grim. By the end of that battle, Bill the Lizard and the White Rabbit had both been beheaded by the Vorpal Blade. Alice Banks very nearly did as well. And then during the interrogation, the Hatter found his neck being broken by Harper. On top of that, our heroes got a good look inside the traumatized minds of both Alice Banks and Erica Vance, as they both got to come to terms with the things they had done while under the influence of the White Rabbit. Alice had the benefit of being in the police station, where she was going to be given access to all of the necessary resources to try to rebuild her life. Meanwhile, Erica teleported back to her grandmother's childhood home, promptly freaked out, and was then magically put into a restful sleep by Thomas Reimer. Because that was exactly what this traumatized teen needed.
That fucking guy.
After our heroes left the police station, and at least one of them was chastised by Director Vance for murdering someone on camera inside the interrogation room, they went back to the house, where Alice had a heart-to-heart talk with Larry, who told her that she had the choice to not be a killer, and then had a heart-to-heart talk with Harper, who told her why it was sometimes important for people like the two of them to be the killers that the team needs. So, no mixed messages there.
It's not like Alice hasn't gotten messages that are really confused before.
I do feel the need to emphasize there's a reason why after all of this, her immediate response is, yeah, I think I'm just gonna stand here in the blizzard for a little bit.
Dad, Mom said it was okay to kill.
And then talk to the Jabberwock because I don't know.
Because he doesn't have moral complications.
He doesn't have a moral compass. He doesn't care what I do.
Yeah, that's true.
Harper, I would like to point out that Harper didn't say it was okay. Harper said sometimes it is necessary.
No, yeah.
I literally said why it was sometimes important for people like the two of them to be the killers the team needs.
Now,
I don't
without
know where-
emotional maturity, it came out as, yeah, you can kill sometimes.
Sometimes the
Deuce-
motherfucker just needs iced.
Wow.
Deuce have a hero point.
Oh, man. That means I gotta spend them.
Don't
Doesn't.
give him hero points for that nonsense.
No, it was the
Give him 2
ones
hero
that
points for
Jude
that
gave him
nonsense.
for the bits.
Oh, okay.
That's fair. Thanks, Jude. I
So-
will use whatever speedster you want. You just let me know.
So we are now going to pick up with our party, with Erica Vance safely inside the home, the Dormouse safely in custody. I believe our next step is going to be to figure out where Mab is and confront her about, trying to end this extended winter. But we
know where
left
Mab
with
is.
what?
We know where Mab is.
Well, you know roughly where Mab is.
Yeah. But
No, we know precisely
The
where Mab
cave.
is. Hold on. It's written down somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the summit of Mystery Mountain.
Yes.
In a cave.
Yes, but specifically a cave on the summit that is well guarded.
Getting there is a whole nother thing, but
yes.
so, but before we get to figuring out the logistics of that particular challenge, we had left Harper and Alice sitting on the back porch, staring out at the blizzard, and we're going to pick back up as a voice that only Harper hears saying, clap, clap, clap. Bravo. You know, it really sucks. I can't do a slow clap like this.
What do you want now?
Oh, I don't want anything. I just wanted to let you know how proud I am of you.
You can read my mind, so why don't you do that and shut the fuck up?
Oh, but where's the fun in that?
Alice is just sitting here like a little confused, but not saying anything. Like, okay, it's
No, I thought it was beautiful how in control of yourself you were through that whole ordeal. I couldn't have been prouder of you if I had been directing your every move and action.
Someday I will do the same to you.
No, it's cute you think that.
It's cute you think I'm kidding.
Why don't you throw me inside your friend's impossible pocket again and see how well that works out for you?
And then I will cease communication.
Okay, that's fine.
you all right?
Sorry, the duck wanted a conversation.
It talks to you.
Yeah, when it wants to be annoying, it talks to me.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, me too.
So, moving back inside. What is everyone else up to? Erica's sleeping it off still. But I really have no idea what anyone else is doing
I'm
right now.
stitching up my gunshot wounds and my poor human sack.
Oh yeah.
All right, you don't have a wizard who can heal anymore, do you?
Just
Carrie's helping because Carrie has treatment, so she's
I'm-
helping.
I'm offering moral support.
I also have treatment.
That looks painful.
It is. You ever been? I mean, it's probably a silly question, but you've been shot before, I assume.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do you want me to make a treatment check, Aaron, or can I just take time to do it?
I mean, there's no reason between you and Carrie, if even if you just take 10, you can do the treatment. So
Okay.
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I only have 3 bruises. It's nothing too terrible.
I mean,
but
Yeah.
I'll also assist because jack of all trades and teamwork.
hell yeah. Yeah, I start with a plus 14, so I'm sure with all the help, I'm having a great time.
Yeah, you're fine. Fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm alive. I'm dead.
There's at least one point where we go, does this hurt? Oh, damn it,
Ow,
yes.
Everything
Doctor, it
hurts.
hurts when I do that. Don't do that. But yeah, I mean, it is literally a DC 15 to revive a dazed or stunned character. You have bruises. You're fine. Even with the -5 for doing it to yourself.
The burning at the stake was probably the one I remember the most.
That happened in this universe?
I didn't realize it happened in multiple universes.
Well, they tried it once, and then, well, all the witches got together and said, cut that shit out.
Oh, you mean, yes. Oh, yeah, yes, that happened a lot.
Yeah, our history is kind of filled with people trying to burn each other.
So what is our plan now that we have our asset, so to speak?
Well, I wanted to talk to you all about that. All of you have a bit of the stink of faith about you, which means that while I'm here to help, I think it's probably best if I don't take the lead on this.
I mean, I don't believe in God, if that's what you're asking about.
Well, that's bloody foolish. I've met far too many of them to not believe in them.
I've also met a lot of gods, but they suck. All of them. They're not worthy of worship.
Well, that I can agree with. But
Please don't talk about my wife like that.
Your wife's
technically she's only a demigod.
No, I'm a demigod. She's an actual god.
She's a nymph.
This is why I'm really glad I'm not
You're both
both.
pretty.
Because
It's a gray area. Anyhow. I suppose the first question is, who actually is planning to go knocking on Mab's door?
at this point Alice will have walked back inside just because you can only stay in a blizzard for so long.
It's true.
I mean,
Just
pretty sure all of us.
you're dealing with
Well, all of us is a pretty vague. I mean, is Wheels here going to be going with you?
In
Eric?
one way or another.
Carrie will just push a button and we'll start levitating and be like, I'll be fine.
Let me rephrase that. Will Professor Xavier here be going with you?
Hey, now we don't want Disney suing us.
What? It's a cartoon. I saw it.
okay.
And what
Professor,
about the little bit sleeping it off in the other room?
Okay.
Well,
first off,
I mean,
That one will not be coming with us.
So you think leaving her here alone is a better idea?
oh, are you coming?
Well, that would be the next thing I wanted to ask.
You seemed very
Wait, who
adamant
are we
against
leaving? Harper's gonna walk through the door. Who are we leaving where?
the 17-year-old.
we are not taking the 17-year-old to Queen Mab.
yeah, I don't.
Have we not called? Jesus Christ. She's gonna turn around and walk back outside and text the director. Erica's here. Send someone to pick her up. We have to deal with Mab.
Well, she'll say, okay, someone will be there as soon as possible. You're going to, are you planning to sit tight for the next 12 hours?
I'll stick my head, but when are we going?
Probably as soon as we can.
We've already left.
I mean, don't we need to figure out a ritual? Some protection?
Wasn't he supposed to be doing that?
No, I was making this, and he holds up an amulet.
And that is?
That is a speed dial to give a call to Titania.
Cool. So Harper will text. Someone will be here when they show up, and when she walks back in, she will just point at Carrie. You're staying with the girl.
Too late. She's already gone.
Sorry, I got very cold and was not ready to be called out.
You're so fast in that chair.
Room.
I can stay here.
If I was gonna say, if only I could do
Your
actually.
immediate
that was fine.
response when she woke up, or when she came back with the trauma response, was to drug her.
Yeah, I mean, I could carry this.
She'll
if I
be
don't
calmer
trust
when
you.
she wakes up. I can talk to her. She's not the first person I've had to deal with who's been possessed by an evil fae.
So
Carrie-
see, the
Carrie can stay behind because she has a rapport with her. Plus, she can quickly get to you guys anyways if she needs to.
she's the only one of us who can be there without being there. And
Yeah, as
you
long as
are
I-
the only one among us who knows this woman.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but therein lies the rub. I'm also the only one among you who knows this woman. Well, and I wouldn't exactly call Nab a woman.
Yeah, I definitely would like to not leave him.
No, I don't think, honestly. They are fickle.
As much as Carrie hates staying behind, she doesn't mind.
What did you say, Jamie? I couldn't hear you.
They are fickle.
I mean, literally, the reason the word capricious exists, yes.
All I'm saying is, if we bring in the person that she hates, it doesn't matter how much we are trying, we are setting ourselves on the back end. Yes, the knowledge is useful, but if he's here and we have your friend here too, can't we still get his communication? Without having to put him in front of the Fairy Queen?
I can talk through a headset as easily as anyone else.
Personally, I like the fact that her anger is directed at someone that isn't us.
I'm glad Orpheus said it. I was thinking it real loud.
She has no reason to be angry at us yet, unless
Glad nobody's a telepath.
unless I'm unaware and you won't.
Well,
have
I'm
something.
telling you what, Harper is too, because she was like, I was thinking Plan B, but okay, fine.
I mean, Alice was the one who was on board with Plan B to start. She understands. It's just we also have two things on our favor.
How if you want me to? I just don't know that my presence is going to actually be helpful.
Can anybody teleport or create some sort of teleportation?
With enough time.
We don't.
Something else I was thinking very loudly.
I just like, I mean, personally, I think coming in with him is going to have her slightly off her game, which is going to be a good thing.
Slightly off her game, I definitely agree, but she also could be, pissed.
Yeah.
If we have two things that are in our favor, we only want to present one of those things in our favor and keep the other one close at hand, but still at a distance. Whichever one that is, Carrie does not care. Why is Carrie keep talking in the third person?
I think we might be overthinking it.
I'm also just gonna say, we have him on call. We can always just say, oh yeah, we also know where he is, and if you really need us, we can drag him here. If negotiations go bad.
Look, we can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about this for the next 12, 24, 36 hours.
48
It
hours.
doesn't matter. We're going to go into that cave and everything is going to change because we have absolutely no idea what's up there. We have no idea how she's going to react to anything, and our plans never work. So let's just not make them.
Your plans never work?
I don't disagree with Harper's approach.
What up? None of your plans ever work.
Hey, we're alive. They've worked at least a little bit.
I got my dad out of my brain. I think my plan worked.
What is your dad in your brain?
You know what? We don't want to know.
It's an existential thing.
Okay. Okay.
None of our plans as a team have ever worked. Yes, our end goal has been gotten, but not because of our plans. So let's work with our strengths. Let's get in the damn car, drive to the mountain, go up to the cave, and find out what's what.
Well, what Harper said.
Works for me.
Right.
Half of you bastards can't die anyway, so what the fuck do you care?
I care.
That's why I said I was with you.
I enjoy being alive.
Me too.
There are a lot worse things that Mab can do to you than kill you.
Yeah, I don't want to get turned into
Yeah.
a couch either.
Been there, done
If you
that,
get started,
whatever.
then Hades is just going to get jealous with her, so.
Right.
Sorry.
So I suppose I'll sit here and wait for the magic police from Arcade to come and get the granddaughter.
Cool, give me that. And I'm gonna check the amulet.
I thought Carrie was staying.
Both.
Carrie's staying too. I really need to stop talking in the third person. I'm staying too. I can never even tell even with myself, am I talking as Carrie or am I talking as me? But Carrie will
Alright.
give you all
Who's going
6.
where?
Carrie's giving all 6 of the Brady Bunch to everybody.
Erica has just come out
She's
of her
awake.
bedroom. She is now wearing sweatpants, and her hair is something more closely approaching brown. Who's going where?
You're staying with us. Your team home.
We are going to deal with something that has something to do with what just happened to you. And
Then why is the
you,
mouse wrapped up in a carpet?
He's a fair.
oh, because we're going to trade it for something.
So then it does have something to do with me.
No,
No.
the mouse is incidental. It just happens to be Faye.
The mouse is a part of what happened to me. You're taking the mouse to go trade him to some evil entity. I think I'm involved.
Bless your heart, but no.
It's purely by accident.
I don't believe in coincidences or accidents. She
Uh,
said with a grimace.
It might be related to you, and you might have something that might tie you into this, but it's not something you want to deal with.
No, you're right. I don't want to deal with this. I didn't want to deal with any of this, but I didn't seem to get a vote. So, also counterpoint, you can't stop me from following you.
Counterpoint. You're
I'm-
Thomas, do you have any of that tea around?
Okay, both of you, calm down.
I
You're-
can't.
Do you want what happened with the white rabbit to happen again on a larger scale forever?
I mean,
To you personally.
are we talking about the part where he died?
No, I'm talking about the part before that.
Oh. Well, gee, you see, here's the funny thing. Because it sounds to me like you're making decisions for me, which is kind of the same thing that he did.
I am asking you a question because I want you to have the information that you need to have to attempt to make an informed decision.
Right.
Right
So
now,
I
at
asked the
the-
question and was met with, you're staying here.
at the moment, you are reacting out of trauma and anger. And trauma and anger lead to very bad places.
So, Queen Mab,
Trust me when I say I understand, because I murdered my entire family when I was 10 years old, and it wasn't my decision. And then someone came along and took the thing that made me do that. And now I have to live with that thing that made me do that. So I think maybe you might want to consider staying here, allowing your grandmother's people to come and pick you up, take you home, and deal with your trauma so that you don't become a murdering piece of shit like me. Now, if you want to become a murdering piece of shit like me, then fine, we'll go that route too. But it's not a good place to be.
Are you done? Because I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to point out that I was asking a question and you all started telling me what was going to happen to me instead of explaining anything to me. Just saying, it's not your business. I understand you're trying to protect me, and thanks. And I'm really glad that I didn't kill you. But
Can't
I
say
am
that I have.
absolutely done with letting other people make decisions for me. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to listen if people will talk to me.
Okay, fine.
nobody is trying to protect you. It literally has nothing to do with you. Queen Mab is making a play on the world. We have a new moon, and that has thrown the supernatural world into chaos. She's trying to create 11 months of summer. We have a mouse here that hopefully we can use as leverage to get her to stop that. Like, you're in the fact that the Looking Glass gang ended up colliding with you. This is all just one big random coincidence. We came looking for you. We found the Looking Glass gang at the same time we found out about Queen Mab. It literally has nothing to do with you.
Last I checked, I lived on this world, so I think it kind of does. But again,
my point is, you are just complaining that people weren't telling you what's going on. I'm telling you what's going on.
okay.
And I am telling you, this is not some kind of, you got swept up in it, but this is not part of us. We're not trying to protect you from some grander plot that's about you. This
Oh
is
no.
simply, here's the situation. No, it has nothing to do with you. There is no conspiracy here.
Okay, so look, I read your file. She points to Thomas. He got swept up in things. I read your file. She points to Carrie. You got swept up in things. Not a lot of people say, hey, I'm going to choose to get involved. So, no, it's not a great big conspiracy about me. I appreciate that. But I am
You can or
involved.
can't get involved. I'm just saying, here's what's happening. And making sure you understand that this isn't something, nobody's trying to keep you from anything. When they said it doesn't involve you, that's literally what they meant. Because it is just this other random thing we find ourselves dealing with.
Okay, so you're going to go and try to stop the Eternal Winter?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if you want to come with us, that's another conversation we need to have.
If you're going to follow us, no matter what, I think it's important that we don't just have her following us then and we actually bring her along because we are dealing with Fae and I don't I don't want someone getting swept up in that because they are a dangerous thing and if you don't know what you're doing with them, you will get tricked. And
So look, if we're, talking,
Mhm.
I'm totally fine with not going. I'm just saying I might be a kid, but, well, I'm as physically capable as anyone in this room.
Nobody's saying you're not.
Right. So I might be able to be helpful. Now, I also heard you saying that the professor and the Irishman aren't going. Fine. I understand that there are reasons for not everyone to go. I'm okay with that. I'm not going to follow you if we have a discussion about it and that's the decision that we make.
you just want it twice.
I just,
We also didn't know you were awake.
Or any idea what condition you were in.
I'm young, I'm hot, I'm capable of killing a person, and I'm pissed.
Man, put that on a
I-
t-shirt.
I understood what condition you were in.
Gotten so much more confident. I remember
tired of
you
being a
blushed
victim.
at kissing me.
So here's the question. Do you want to come? Because we're leaving now. Your grandmother is sending a team. They'll be here in 12-ish hours.
This takes
Until
12
then-
seconds.
I think it's also worth pointing out time always has the potential to get wonky when working with Fae, and we're going to work with Fae.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm aware.
Yeah, Alice, I'm not talking to you. Talking to the person trying to
in
make a
all
decision.
fairness, you are going to visit Mab here on Earth, so
Yes,
unless
but
you step through a portal, the time should stay more or less normal.
yeah, but again, that more or less, like, she wants to make a decision. I want to make sure she has all the information to make the decision.
Ella, I really don't like you. Sorry.
I'll stay. You're going to be following them on your computer.
Yes.
Then I'm going to stay right next to you. And if things go bad, then I will be there.
Understandable.
It would be nice having somebody who could fight at the safe house too.
They
I'm not entirely sure if I should be offended by that or not.
Don't be. I know your type.
Oh, now that I know I should be offended by.
Harper will reach down into her boot and pull out her cold iron dagger and pass it over to Erica. If they show up, this may actually be better than your claws.
Okay.
Wait, she has claws? All right. So just real quick recap. What can you do now?
I mean, I've had the claws since I tried to get you to sleep with me.
I do not remember those. You think
We
that I
all
would-
go. We all go. What?
Sorry. What?
But no, they're not always out. I mean,
Okay. That makes me feel a little better. I could be
But-
oblivious sometimes, but goodness.
but no, the claws were part of that whole drinking the
Okay.
blood thing.
You've still got the strength.
Yeah. And I heal fast and I can smell. Well, I can smell the father over in the other room there.
We call him Father Daddy.
I can also
No, we don't.
I can also smell the traces of the other people who are staying here over the past 3 days, and some of it is really unpleasant. So but that's all stuff that happened with the whole blood thing. But I also now have this, and she points to an amulet.
And that's
It looks like a necklace, but it also looks like it's fused with her flesh.
And that's keeping the bloodlust in check, right? That's what we were told.
I mean, I thought so until I wanted to kill the white rabbit.
That's trauma. That's completely different from bloodlust.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
not.
thought so.
It's just a different kind.
Yeah.
And I can do this, and she vanishes.
Is there no longer the smile?
At the moment, there is not a smile.
Thank God.
I'll just
Literally, Alice just has the oh, thank God.
I'm gonna wait for a second.
Mutter.
And just be like, are you invisible or did you teleport? Looking around.
She will then tap you on the back. Both, actually.
Oh, well, that's handy.
I'm just so glad you don't have the stupid fucking cat smile anymore. Oh my God, I hated that thing.
I can do that, but
Please don't ever.
I mean, I think it's kind of cool,
Very
actually.
slight whisper. You have to do that.
I hated that cat.
But I also
Yeah, but-
don't really want to be reminded of what he made me do. So,
That's true.
All right.
If you were to put it in mechanical terms, Erica is currently a PL10 150-point character.
Any other side effects?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Let's be clear also, just to not assume anything. You wanted to kill the white rabbit, which understandable. But did you have any desire for the white rabbit's blood? Did it feel like something different?
No, I just wanted him dead.
Okay, so yeah, those are two. So the thing is doing its thing.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure why he had the thing, but yeah.
Wait, who had the thing?
What's his name?
It was the guy we met that I hated.
Calvin?
Him. Creep. The one
The
who
whole
we
reason
met
I came
before
here?
we.
Yeah.
The guy we met
Okay.
before we met him.
And what did you trade in exchange for it?
I can't tell you.
When you say can't, you're saying you mean not allowed to, magically, physically incapable, embarrassed. Any of those could apply right now. We need to narrow it down.
She may not remember.
That too.
No, I remember. I literally can't.
Do you want to? Like, are you okay with saying it and you just literally can't?
I don't particularly want to either, but I literally can't.
Okay. Scale of 1 to eternal winter. How big is this thing gonna bite us in the ass in, a month or two?
Are you asking Erica or are you asking the GM?
Why not both?
The
Like,
GM has no idea. Or the GM is not saying. Erica says, I don't think. I mean, I'm not stupid. I don't think it's not going to end up becoming an issue at some point, but I don't think it's going to be an issue immediately, or that is going to. Like, I don't think it's going to put the world at risk or anything.
You haven't traded years of your life or something?
No.
I don't think he typically deals like that. Anyway, can we do this, please?
We're out of time. Let's go.
All right. So, who has the amulet?
Alice took it from him.
Okay. All right. So, the way that's going to work is if you want to give Titania a call, you just break that, and it will get her attention, and she will have no choice but to respond. So that's the
Like
good
the
news.
wording of that.
She'll have no choice but to respond. The
It
bad
is true,
news
it
is she'll
doesn't.
have no choice but to respond. So she's
Yeah.
not going to be in a particularly good mood. But if you
Yeah.
need a bargaining chip to throw in front of Mab, Mab will be able to tell that that is exactly what that thing will do.
Yeah.
So-
Just thanking him.
Good news is that if you give Titania no choice but to respond and appear, she's not going to be happy, but she's going to be much more unhappy with me than she is with you.
I did have to do a few. I thought so.
So, okay. The basics are we're going to the cave. We're going to be like, here, take this stupid mouse and go back to your realm. Or we will what?
Call your sister.
It's a matter of the plan to it is the best way of how we have what we have is hey, we don't want you to do this in our world because you are messing with our seasons and we are not pleased. If you leave now, we will if you leave now, we are giving you this fae as an offering and we don't have to call Titania. It's kind of the, here's something good and here's avoiding something bad in return for you doing what we're asking.
Right. I did I not just say that?
Yes,
Here.
just
Take this mouse and go back home, or we will call mom.
yes, it's just a matter of how you
Just a-
phrase it to a fae.
Cool. I should be the one to do the talking because if I do the talking, we're gonna get into a fight.
I was willing to because I mean it's not exactly Wonderland, but it's close enough.
I'm
To
a
what
bit of a
extent?
people person and versed in dealing with very powerful supernatural beings with anger issues.
I'm very happy to take a back seat to this and sit in the van and work on a piece of technology in case something goes wrong.
People person and fae are different, but other entities and fae are better.
So we've got
So you do the negotiation and you do the carrot and I do the stick. Okay.
We're all gonna die.
oh my god.
Oh, I
Cool.
know.
Let's go.
Only if you're an idiot.
So just a bit of advice in how you speak to her.
Please.
Mab respects strength.
Oh.
So if you come to her like you're fearful or obsequious, that will definitely put you out on the wrong foot. You need to be courteous, but you also don't need to acknowledge the fact that she could destroy you with a wave of her hand. It's just important that you know, and she knows that you know, but that you don't actually say it.
Gotcha.
You understand, but she can smell your fear.
But she can also smell weakness. So
Also, don't accept anything they offer.
Definitely don't take any gummy bears from them.
Any food from them.
any food.
Jabberwocky.
But what if I eat one of them?
No! Did you forget everything I went through?
Do you think
I'm-
you could eat Mab?
Well,
We're
no,
not-
not Ab, but if I eat a Fae, is that the same as accepting their food?
I think you should try and find out.
No, we should not.
No, I don't think we're gonna find that out.
I think it's if the face says "eat me," otherwise it's fine.
But if the face says "eat me," that means that it's being offered as food, and so you
But
should.
if you eat any food from the realm of the fae,
We're not in the realm of the Fae. It doesn't matter. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So you're all
As we're leaving, by the way, just like as an aside, as I'm walking out, I just kind of lean over to Erica and say, you know, if you had told me about the claws, I might have let you kill me. Wink, and then walk. She's been through a lot of trauma, and I want to see her just like feel like a flustered kid again, just for a moment to help ground her.
fair. Okay. So, you're
When the
going to
party, when the party is trundling past the front door, Larry will look up and go, "Oh, we leaving? Oh,
All right, so it is going to be then in the vehicle. Larry,
Early.
haha. Alice, Marcus, Larry, Orpheus, Harper, Carrie's drones, a tied up dormouse, not Erica, and not Thomas.
And not Carrie.
And not Carrie, just Carrie's drones.
I think that
And the
sounds right.
Jabberwock.
I think that sounds right.
Okay. And Larry is driving.
what do you do?"
Okay.
Hey, father,
Yes.
Yeah.
if we're going to have a break, biological father, not the priest. If we are going to take a break, should we maybe
Uh-huh.
do it in a way that pleases your wife and my mother, which is take it now before we start this drama and before she puts the boy to bed?
Yes, that sounds like a decent idea.
No.
I'm going to ask one thing then before we go jump off for our quick break,
Fair.
which is Larry. How
Mhm.
safely are you driving?
It's Larry, so yes.
Okay.
He's the careful camper.
So with the
careful, Charlie.
understanding that you are driving up into the mountains during blizzard conditions.
Yep.
Okay.
Hoping that maybe the garage of this place might have some chains for the tires and perhaps some other winter provisions, like an extra heavier coat and maybe snowshoes or something of the sort.
Okay. If you look for that, yes, you can absolutely find a heavy coat and like not like snowshoes, but like heavy winter boots and stuff. And you can find tires or chains for the tires. So
He's expecting a hike.
okay. Is anyone else making similar preparations?
Harper will have looked for some kind of coat since her new leather acquisition got shredded, so not
Yeah.
really doesn't really work anymore.
Erica feels real bad about that.
I have immunity to everything except the environment. And since, that blizzard is cold, I'll be making arrangements.
Yeah, I'll just use my variable inventor to give myself immunity to environmental conditions.
I mean, I will ask with I came here for Faye, so I feel like I might have brought something for warmth, but
I will accept that.
I came here because, hey, it's cold here and Faye.
Okay.
Aaron, can I extend my immunity to the van? I've got 25 points to work with, so I feel like I've got enough to have environmental conditions cold and maybe sure-footed effects.
I would say it'd be really the movement adaptation.
So movement sure-footed that ignores hindered terrain. Affects objects, affects others. I'm sure that's under 25 points.
Yeah, probably.
Well, heck, then none of us need coats.
Well,
We're gonna get out of the van at some point.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the van getting there safe than I am about you guys staying warm, because I'm sure you guys are tough superheroes.
Fair. Okay. All right. Well, with that answer, let's go ahead and take our break now, and then we'll come back in just a few.
And we're on break. we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. When last we saw our heroes, sorry, we are still the Untold Stories Project. This is still something in the dark, and our heroes were getting ready to go invade an ice cave and piss off Mab. I mean, go have negotiations with Mab about possibly maybe kindly stopping the eternal winter that she wants to spring on Earth. So they lumbered up into the church van. Well, not the church van, the rental van. With Larry driving. Marcus did his magic that isn't magic, but most of the people in the van lack the understanding to differentiate the two.
It's magic enough.
It's magic enough. And you are making your way up the mountain. Even with the magical protections, it is not a super direct route. It does involve going up a mountain. It involves, a couple of twisty and curvy roads, and it takes some time to get up there. The good news is your whole escapade inside the police station was all literally before lunch, so it's still daytime. And even driving at Larry approved speeds, you should be there before sunset. Anything of particular interest that anybody is doing in the van? I mean, the dormouse, fortunately, still seems to be asleep.
I'm just
Well,
focused on
Harper's
monitoring
one-
the technology that's keeping the van safe.
Okay.
Harper 100% is going to be pestering Larry about, could you go just a little faster? Why are you driving like a 90-year-old man?
Because I don't want the van up on two wheels like your motorcycle, because it's not supposed to be. So I'm going to keep all four wheels on the ground. It'll be fine.
You have a motorcycle?
Me,
No,
yes.
She has a bicycle with an engine on it because she drives on the sidewalk.
I like.
Yeah,
He won't
it's still a
chuckle.
motorcycle.
When the winter's done,
Alice.
yes.
It's a long drive though, and it's boring because he is driving like an old lady.
I've ridden in carriages that have gone faster.
I mean, that's
I'm
not
glad
saying-
we'll make it there safely.
I'm not.
But at one point you drift off, just kind of
no.
dozing.
Oh no.
Why do you say, "Oh no"?
I don't want to be asleep.
Oh
It's a
man,
long
was Alice
drive,
drinking?
One man, and we just had lunch.
Alice was
Oh.
drinking tea before we left. Something happened.
Fuck. I was drinking tea. God damn it, he drugged me.
I just dropped something in your journal.
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Can I return it?
It could be
Happy
anything.
birthday!
It could be a gummy bear. You never know.
How the hell did you drop a gummy bear in a journal?
So you
Oh,
read that and tell me what happens.
Do I need to read out loud?
It's up to you. I guess it depends on whether or not you would share your dream.
Well, let me read it.
That was a lot of words for nope.
Sorry, I can't make this interesting.
I mean, you guys could continue your banter.
We're just gonna let silence happen so that she feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back at
Because-
the house, Thomas is doing his best to apologize to Erica for drugging her.
Just
There's-
because you said boo and pushed a couple buttons doesn't make the chains work any better. It's not how science works.
I'm using science to fix this.
That's literally how it works.
Ew, wait, you had them use French?
What was that?
Ew, French.
Yes, French. There is one French word.
Terrifying.
Seriously,
a
it's
book
the
with a
long
bunch of
pedal. Push your foot on it.
I wrote a book with French words and I don't speak French. So that was fun, me saying the words in my head that I'm pretty sure weren't pronounced correctly.
French is easy. Just ignore the last 2 or 3 letters in every word. You got it.
You're going too
Got it.
fast. You're getting road sick.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
I don't know how Alice is sleeping with all that.
Well,
Well,
she
she's
isn't
waking
anymore.
up unpleasantly.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Oh. But are you still arguing about the speed?
I'm just being reminded we could go faster. So, kind of.
An argument suggests that he's engaging.
Jeez. Nothing.
It is also important to point out that even though the you've got the magic to make sure that the card isn't going to slip, that doesn't help a whole lot with visibility.
I can only do so much. Use your Mark 10 eyeballs.
I was gonna say, you do also have 6 drones, so you can use them for lighting of any kind.
It's not lighting as much as seeing through the blizzard.
I love
Right,
how
yeah.
Alice just wakes up and it's like I'm sitting here going, man, that's a very plot foreshadowing dream.
It is.
Alice doesn't know shit.
Nope.
So Alice isn't gonna talk about the dream aside from Jesus, I have a headache. Ow.
Okay. Well,
Just-
that's not my fault. I gave you plot.
Yeah, the problem is it's you gave it to Alice.
Apples
She
in the
doesn't know
glove
the
box.
plot.
No, but she might say, "Does this mean anything to any of you?"
Right now she thinks she's just going crazy.
Okay.
She's still
Possible.
95% sure she was drugged by Thomas.
Okay.
Oh my god. I am going to be 90 years old before we get there.
Probably not. You're dealing with Faye.
How old? I can't ask that question. Definitely. Never mind. How old are you? I don't think I've ever asked.
Me?
Yeah.
You just ask a woman her age.
Yeah. I mean, in
Twenty-
your inquisitive sense.
I think
Lie.
Why?
Harper actually is like, wait. Here's
You never ask a woman her age. It's just not. Jesus.
You know, I don't actually know.
Men suck nowadays.
27, I think.
Hmm.
But the point is, go faster.
It's still snow. Look. One of these 3 hills is a snowbank. The other 2 is an actual hill. I'm going to try and go through the right one.
I think it's that one.
No, there's a tree.
It'd be funny.
You're making me actually want to go to sleep.
I'll take a nap.
Go to
It could
sleep.
do you
Apparently
well.
you get weird fucking dreams.
I don't sleep. Oh, I definitely will get weird fucking dreams.
See, I always
That's why
thought
I
that-
don't sleep.
Clarification. I thought we gave you the immunity to sleep to represent the fact that you never get like an 8-hour chunk of sleep, but that you still probably like catnapped from time to time.
Oh, she does from time to time, but she doesn't have to.
Okay.
She goes as long as possible without
enough.
doing it. So
Speaking of Harper, was I talking in my sleep?
what?
I woke up and
Why would I know?
you were there last time I woke up.
Oh no, I was just watching you because sometimes you need to be watched.
Hold on, are you two?
What?
What?
Oh my god, you are.
What are you
What?
talking about?
I'm
One of the all,
I love
all
it.
6 of
Everybody in the
drones
van
turn
is
and go,
like,
what?
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 What are you implying?
I'm more confused than when I started this conversation.
You seem confused a lot.
He is. What? Are we what?
Are you banging?
Alice just full on chokes on air. Just
Banging on what?
Thank you.
Somehow Carrie's
Oh.
drones are showing shocked face.
I thought
Not
I was
sure
out of
how
touch
they're
with
doing
pop
it.
culture.
You've made Alice go supersonic.
I hate men. Oh my god, I hate men.
What? Okay, now you definitely have to go faster because something weird is happening in this van.
But I'm just gonna keep driving. It was much easier when I.
Supposed to
Alright.
have sex, and I'm pointing to Larry.
Well, yeah, I don't think he's that kind of priest.
I don't know. Priests. I mean, actually, no, priests back then, but they weren't supposed to.
What kind of priest are you?
Oh.
He's not
Complicated.
Catholic.
Jemmy,
Hi.
you don't get to refuse it. Sorry again, puppy. Jemmy, point of order. Anglican priests do not take a vow.
Vicars.
Okay.
Yep. Vicars get married. They have families.
Only,
and shit.
only Catholic priests are celibate.
Yep.
And even then, it's only most of them. Which isn't a joke. It's, ministers who convert to Catholicism who are previously married are allowed to maintain their marriages when they convert to Catholicism.
Honestly, I'm not really non-denominational. I practice faith is more that I practice to try and spiritually find yourself. So I don't, not exactly a particular faith, if you will. I just try and help
heathen's a
anyone who
cult, not a
has it.
church.
Still.
And also, no. No. I'm not. That's not a. I'm not into that.
Why not?
Any of that.
Are you?
I mean, look at him. Gorse.
I have looked at him. I don't understand.
I feel like I'm getting called ugly by multiple people.
Well, that's not very nice.
I think actually you're getting called hot.
I'm very much calling him hot.
You're ugly.
You're being called hot by one person, and the one who's refusing is mostly at the point where they're like, you're just like an overbearing parent at this point, so I don't see you as...
That's not how I work.
So all of a sudden, all 6 of Carrie's drones will drop to the ground, just like as if they stopped working, and you will all hear a scream come through your comms.
Jesus.
Harry?
Uh,
I don't think that's the sound it's supposed to.
I imagine Larry slams on the brakes.
Why is everybody? Why is everybody freaking out?
I don't think that's
Oh
the
yeah.
Since we've established that Orpheus never turns on.
Yeah. Well, and I would have given Allison a comment at
Yeah.
this point.
So,
So
just, I don't think that's the sound that's supposed to make.
and then you will hear Carrie's drones kind of like buzz and whirl and kind of come back to life. And
Reboot.
back up.
Is everything okay over there?
What the actual fuck?
That.
Either of
That's
these
him.
questions, yes.
Thomas
Yep.
will also rush to where you are in the house and be like, "Is everything all right?"
And Carrie will just kind of like she'll kind of slam everything down and kind of jolt up and we'll be like, yeah, I'm fine, it's fine, everything's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
No. That is not the sound of fine.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
since
don't.
when?
Well, never mind. That's I'm a bad
Somebody
example.
wanna
I do wake
explain
up
what's going
screaming,
on?
but why were you screaming?
Who was screaming?
No, it's fine. I fell asleep for a little bit and her voice will kind of crack with like fear and like, you know, like you're coming to out of a nightmare and you kind of have that crackly voice.
Yep.
And she will just be like, no, I just had a very weird dream. I'll be bye. And she will just kind of turn her comm off and like kind of try and settle herself in, and will kind of shakenly like try and move the teapots. Like obviously you guys in the van won't hear this, but she's moving the teapots, but they're like shaking as if they're in her hand. out of fear, and she will kind of just like set everything in front of her, just take a deep breath and be like, it's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. And she'll just
Thomas
keep
will
repeating.
pour you a 3 fingers of Irish whiskey.
Yeah, yes, yeah. Like, and she'll just be like, she'll look up at him and be like, but did I tell you to stop? And then she will just kind of throw it
I'll
back
give you a
and just
refill if you need it, love.
and she'll
We
just kind
don't.
of take a deep breath and calm down and then turn the talk back on.
We don't
And just be like,
dictate
no,
from
it's
the
fine.
warlock.
I had a very what's the word I'm looking for?
Daymare?
Cupid?
Yeah, like a
Psychotic break.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
no, it was just a very immersive dream. But it's fine. It's just it's fine. It's good. I'm fine.
You see,
Fine.
I hate to stop you in the moment of trying to tell yourself that's fine, but I also had a weird dream, so I'm starting to think maybe it's not just random. What's your dream?
Maybe you should go first. And she'll just kind of maybe you should go first. She'll just kind of like try and correct her voice back to its normal pitch.
I
Maybe you should start.
I mean, I don't. It wasn't scared by mine. It was a weird dream. It was just a bunch of, there was a bunch of just people talking in it.
Hey, Jemmy, can
Yeah?
you move the mic a little closer to your mouth? You tend to.
I would say yes, but I noticed that doesn't normally seem to work, so I don't think my mic's actually doing much for me.
Okay, then you just need to speak
But
up.
I will try to speak up.
Because when you speak in your normal voice, you're audible, but when you speak as Alice, you're hard to hear.
Got it. No, it was strange. Just people I didn't really know. But just they were talking and they were waiting for someone in it. And then there was like, I want to say the devil, if the devil was a female.
Were you
And
were you in a specific location? Like, could you tell?
it was a nice room.
Oh, okay. So okay. And she'll just kind of take a deep breath and be like, mine wasn't pleasant.
You got room from that? Nothing.
I got what from what?
I'm questioning Jemmy's interpretation of my writing.
Oh.
I just said room? I mean, I said nice because it's decent enough. You're talking to the person who came from Wonderland.
Fair. Okay.
That's a nice room in Wonderland.
Okay, but you're supposed to pick up that it's actually a cave.
Still a pretty nice room compared to Wonderland.
Fair. Okay.
Do we all need to take a nap? Is that what we're saying?
I
No.
probably wouldn't recommend it, especially because I don't know.
I don't recommend if you have anything similar to my dream. I don't recommend it.
What was your dream?
Well, it started out kind of okay because I was wandering the halls of a hotel. It seemed pretty normal. It was late, but everything was empty. But then all of a sudden I could hear screaming. And then suddenly I was filled with fear and was running. So obviously it was a dream. And when I kind of turned the corner, there was a man there on his knees on the ground. And he was also full of terror. He was holding his arms out in front of me, or in front of him, and they were covered in like these weird, oozy, bloody welts, and like was kind of both blood and like a weird colorless ichor. He just starts screaming, so then I start screaming, and kind of that sound is still kind of ringing in my ears, and I can still feel as if I was screaming when I woke up.
You
Like
weren't screaming when you woke
I
up?
still can feel it.
Yes.
Point of order, love. You were absolutely still screaming when you woke up.
Also,
Definitely, it was real loud.
oh, I forgot
Okay.
to mention, in my dream, I was acknowledged in it like I was there, despite most of it not noticing like I was there.
Yeah, I think it didn't feel like he was bringing me to him, but it definitely felt like he needed help and I was there, but it almost felt like he was passing his fear on to me.
Oh no, I was
So
just
that
tripped out.
wasn't cool.
They literally looked at me and said, I'm not supposed to be here, and then I woke up. So I was confused.
Ooh,
Oh, shared
I-
dreams. That's no problem.
I wasn't
That would
shared,
have
they're
been
different. It's just weird dreams happening at the same
Well, that
time.
sounds more interesting than the dreams I usually have.
I mean, my dreams are of Wonderland. I hate them.
yeah, I don't think I'm going to sleep for a long time.
Let's test a theory. And I
Oh,
still
God.
need you to I still need you to drive faster. And then
Do you want me to take
She's
over
gonna
yelling at
crawl-
him to hit the
she's gonna crawl all the way to the very back of the van and curl up like a cat. Go to sleep for the first time in probably a week.
See, Alice is just gonna be a jerk because now that now that the one that she relates to the most is going to sleep and
She'll
cannot do
be
their
up.
task, she's just gonna then go, you do know you can drive faster, right? Like
Yes.
there is a gas pedal. It works.
I could use an app too.
And Carrie will turn her comm so that it is directly just that Larry can hear. And she is basically going to say, I need you to come back safely because I need your help. And then she will go back to everybody else and just be like, so do we think there's a connection?
I mean,
We're not together.
no, but weird dreams don't just two people having a weird dream that isn't normal for them at the same time while Fae are running amok normally makes me a little suspicious.
Some say the Fae inhabit the land of dreams, and perhaps if this world and the Fae world is becoming more connected, that tenuous connection is more transparent. Only a guess. But it's not going to get me there any faster, and I'm going to make sure we make it there in the van versus over the side of the cliff. So, sit tight.
Jabberwock can run faster than you.
Your pudding snake would be a pudding pop if he goes outside.
Pudding Snake would not be
No,
pudding.
Carrie-
He's very warm. He's actually.
Carrie will ask Thomas if they should. So she'll look at Thomas and just be like, so since I'm having the dream and Alice is having a dream, is something here? Do we need to check the house? Is the call coming from inside the house?
We can certainly do some investigation. I don't know that there's necessarily a connection. I don't know that there's anything to do with the Fae. I could prepare a spell to have you share your dreams if you'd like, so that everyone can see it.
Would they also experience it?
It would be more like experiencing your memory of it, so it'd be a little bit removed. It wouldn't be so much like they were directly there. I could probably do it for the little English bit too.
Alice sitting in the car. I have a feeling an Irishman's insulting me. I'm gonna punch him when I get back.
Clairvoyant now, I see. Who, out of curiosity, who's in the passenger seat?
Probably me, since I'm maintaining
Yeah, probably
some tech.
Marcus.
Sounds good. So, Claire just glanced at me to go, just in case, be ready to grab the wheel. Hoping not, but I don't know what's happening exactly.
I look at him with sweat streaming down my face as I'm focusing on the nanites.
You took a blow dryer to some chains. It's going to be fine.
That is very reductive description of what I. Oh, fine, whatever. Grumble.
Alice poking up from right behind Larry in the seat behind. I'll grab the wheel if you pass out.
Oh, as long as someone does, that'll be great. I'm sure it'll go faster if I slump over and
It
press the gas
will.
pedal.
You might actually be
Harper?
moving at a speed higher than 15 miles per hour.
Harper,
Yeah.
you're certainly not having dreamless sleep, but they're the same nightmares that you've experienced for the past 15 some years.
Forever.
Yeah, so there's nothing new or unusual that feels weird about them.
So at some point, I don't know, 15 minutes in, she will wake herself up. Well, I was lied to.
I never lie to you.
Shut up.
I
You
assume
didn't say
nothing.
anything.
I assume nothing of note going on in my dreams either.
Nope.
Oh, I can't
Well-
wake myself up on my own.
If you
Just because I
prefer
want to.
Harper, we've
Well,
got good
remain
news and
asleep.
bad news. The good news is we've not had another incident. The bad news is we're still not there yet, but almost.
So,
We
Larry,
sure
as
don't
you're
pass
driving,
out.
you do notice that there is you do pass signs for a ski lodge that is up on Mystery Mountain. You're gonna have to kind of drive past it.
Wait, do they have like one of those ski lifty things? Those little trundles or gondolas or whatever the hell they call those things?
I think it's just a ski lift.
Yeah, it's just a ski lift.
Hey, maybe they'll actually, for once, be the fastest mode of transportation. Because someone
no.
will press the gas.
Isn't it a gondola that's the like little minibus on
Let's
a
see.
wire?
Could you actually
A
sit
ski
on
lift is the little like 2-person seat that takes you up to where you would ski. A gondola would take you up higher in the mountain and is more of a passenger, chill, relaxed thing. Yeah, you're both right.
Yeah.
You're all pretty.
Do they got?
Not according to the previous conversation, but that's beside the point.
Do they got them?
Alex knows where we're going.
Does he?
Yeah, I developed this adventure.
It's a side quest.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't write it. I just did the dev work on it.
Yeah.
No, we're in danger.
Look, this is my problem with running literally anything that I didn't create full flesh.
I mean, theoretically, if there is a lift nearby that we can see, even in operational, this might not be a terrible place to park. And assuming the lodge is close to it, would be within walking distance or a short trail to get there.
I mean, you could you do see that they do have a ski lift. They don't seem to have like a gondola type thing, but that it just suggests that there isn't like a structure up on the top of the mountain. It's just that you could take the ski lift up to a higher point to, then ski down.
I'm
Fair.
thinking it's
And
going to be
also-
faster. It's a direct route.
Versus trying to climb a mountain
And
in a
also,
van.
Carrie can control one of the drones as long as you point a drone at the ski lift. Carrie can control it.
So it looks like this white stretch of snow is going to be a parking spot.
I mean, go to the lodge, for God's sake. What?
It's right there.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
I know you just woke up. It's fine. It'll take you a second to get your bearings. Well, it's okay.
That's not how I work.
And each one of you, one of the little drones will kind of attach like a brooch on your on your
That is
chest.
how I work, however. Where are we?
Mystery Mountain.
Well, yeah, I know that, but why are we stopping? We're not at the top of it.
Do you really want to keep him driving this car? We're never going to reach the top. We'll all freeze to death.
We're going to get on magic chairs that are going to take us to the top faster.
You could just say we're getting on a ski lift.
You
I
know what a
thought that I
ski
did
lift
say
is?
that earlier.
When I was still asleep, maybe?
You know what a ski lift is, but you don't understand a phone?
I understand a phone.
Open the photo app, and she's going to hand you.
I
Thanks
said
for the help,
understand it.
Marcus. Just gonna hop out of those.
She'll look at it. He'll look at it, toss it into a snowbank. I said I understand it.
You motherfucker.
So, if you are going to stop at the lodge, the first thing you will notice is that although the lodge is still open and running because the weather has still been conducive for it, it's damn near empty. There's a handful of vehicles parked at the lodge. If there are 5 guests above and beyond the staff, you would be amazed. And yeah, it's a Monday afternoon, but
Oh my god, this hotel looks like The Shining. Does this hotel look familiar?
you know,
Oh, fuck me. Fuck me.
looking through the cameras of Jan and Marsha and Cindy and Bobby, the decoration style does seem kind of reminiscent.
No sane person who use striped wallpaper.
I'm giving myself a heart attack thinking about this. Like, in my head, I am seeing things jumping out at us, and I am terrifying myself. I can hate this. Don't ever take me to a haunted house.
Look, I'm not saying that I may have had to do some of the conversion work for a published adventure that takes place on Mystery Mountain, so it was all sitting in my Roll20. But I'm also not saying that.
So, anyway, are we, do we need to go, like, I don't know, talk to the staff or something, or are we just gonna go take over the damn chairlift?
I mean, is it running?
I just assumed that was what you were going to do because, well, and gestures towards the group.
I mean, the ski lift is running, but
Do we need to go inside to hop on it? Or I mean, do you need to? I could probably climb that.
You just go to the.
you could probably, I mean, you'll notice there actually isn't anyone monitoring it, which is a little weird.
Is there anyone kind of looking outside? In the case being, we're about to pull out a carpet with a dormouse wrapped up in it, and I don't just want to walk past with a body and hop on the ski lift and go, I don't see nothing.
You
No.
do not, from where you have parked the van, you do not see like anybody like peeking out or anything. But in all fairness, the weather is nasty enough that unless you like go out and start blaring down on the horn, it's very likely that anyone inside the lodge wouldn't be aware of your presence at all.
Let's just hop on the ski lift.
Are there lights or anything on in it?
Yeah, there
that
are
we can-
lights.
Okay.
I mean, there are lights in the, you assume it's the parking lot. You don't really see any parking spaces, but there are other cars here.
Yeah,
so, you assume it's the parking lot.
The parking area.
Yeah. And you know, although it is still mid-afternoon, because of the weather, it's so dark that yeah, there's lights inside the lodge. Not a lot of the like, at a guess from, you know, because you're not inside, but if you were guessing, you'd say that probably very few of the rooms have lights on, but definitely like the common areas, like the lobby or. So
Barry,
there's
what do you
people
think?
in there, probably.
Do we need to go inside, or can we go straight to the lift?
I trust in your ability to be discreet. If you don't care to take the dormouse and just head with a lift, we can worry about inside after.
Do
As
we
long
have
as
to
it's
leave
not-
him wrapped up in a carpet, or can we just put him in our pocket?
He's not that
He's
small.
like 3 feet tall, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought he was a mouse.
He's now shaped.
As long as we're not worried about them turning it off.
I don't think we're worried about that.
With the professor's help, I think we'll be fine, just in case.
Yeah, I've been picturing the dormouse as basically an anthropomorphic naked mole rat.
I mean, there's a picture in there in your journal.
I'm thinking a less. I was thinking a less cute rocket.
It's like a
Yeah,
creepier Chuck E. Cheese.
There, like I said, there was a
Yeah.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
he's not naked. He's got a top hat and a vest and a monocle.
He's just Donald ducking it.
And he's Donald ducking it. And yeah, he's about 8'5" to an adult human.
I mean, isn't everybody on stream?
My camera only shows me from the chest up. You'll never know.
I can neither
Welcome.
confirm nor deny.
So, all right. So you guys are
Welcome.
going to just hop onto the ski lift.
Terry
I
will send.
will
Terry will
carry
send
the
Peter.
dormouse.
Peter's gonna stay. Peter's gonna stay behind and start scanning the hotel.
What'd you say, Wiki?
I'll carry the Harper will carry the dormouse.
Thank you.
Just gonna fireman carry him and
So I
let's
think,
go.
I think Harper has the highest physical strength of anyone in the group.
A 4.
I think Babble's higher when he's Babble, but
We
Ah.
don't need Babel right now.
we don't.
We need the opposite of Babel right now.
I mean, according to you guys, though, you need Babel to drive.
Oh,
Well, I
we would-
mean, no, we wouldn't have made it if Babel.
Oh, we would have been there so much longer ago. Be like, it's Tokyo Drift. Watch.
The car
Can't help
Tokyo
it.
drift
loaded
off
before
the
it got
side of the
to
mountain.
Yeah, don't you mean Snokio Drift?
It's
Alex,
fine.
give me
Rubbing
my
is
computer.
racing. We bought insurance.
What was that?
I said it's fine. Rubbing is racing. We have insurance.
I was telling Alex to give me back his hero points.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're gonna have it.
No. All right, so you know, you guys will obviously have to go 2 at a time because ski lifts the benches are only so wide. You could maybe squeeze 3 people onto a bench, just for shits and giggles. Who's on which bench?
If Harper
Um,
will let me, I'll
I-
go with Harper.
I've got the dormouse. Shrink.
I'll shrink down and hop on. So you also
I'm
have
so-
tiny you also have a tiny
Yeah.
Jabberwock with you, but
So I've got the dormouse, I've got Alice, and I've got Jabberwock.
I'm
Okay.
I'm sitting next to Larry to reassure him that he is very handsome.
Guess I'm
Alice
riding with the
just-
drones.
Oh, that's amazing.
Everyone's got a drone on their chest right now.
Usually
I guess the
look-
one that's on Alice is probably not on her chest anymore.
Since you're smaller than the drone at the moment, yes.
Yep.
You know,
What I
4
imagine
inches.
is you shrank down and the drone just kind of like popped off of you. like
Like
pop.
you could ride the drone, but
Yes, I have before.
right. All right. So as you are peering through the snow, you can see that where the lift is taking you to is not quite all the way to the very summit of the mountain, but it's pretty dang close. And you do see some exposed rock up at the top that from the angle you're at, you don't see a cave entrance, but it's certainly a large enough area that there could be a cave entrance around the other side.
Harper's probably hearing during this entire ride very tiny Alice voice, just with the Jabberwock, you are not going to eat any of the Fae in there. You're not going to eat anything in there. No eating.
Of course not.
We'll feed you after.
Promises. I still haven't managed to eat anything that she promised me.
The one that was promised just didn't die.
We could fix that.
We are not fixing that.
I mean,
I'm already being called a serial killer.
you did kind of leave before the Hatter died, so
I
that's not my fault.
I was told to take the dormouse back to the home.
You didn't know the Hatter died.
Wait. When did the Hatter die? I thought he was alive when I left.
He was.
He had a neck problem.
I
he
see.
needed an adjustment, so I gave him one.
Carrie, do you want to have the drones go scout out ahead?
I can, especially since one of them will have been popped off of Alice. So
Right.
I figure
Okay.
each person has one. So that's 1, 2, 3.
So you said that Peter is staying at the lodge and looking around, right?
Correct. He's doing a scan since this hotel looks dangerously familiar.
Mm-hmm. So who's flying up ahead?
Which child do you love the least?
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking. Marsha's already gone down once. Ah, we'll send Cindy. Fucking hated Cindy.
Fucking Cindy.
Rude.
I'll send Cindy and Greg. He was also
Okay.
a dick.
All right. So they fly up ahead because they can fly much faster than the lift is taking you. I mean, the lift is going at a reasonable speed, but it's a chairlift. It's not designed to go at like hyper speeds. It's just a direct route. So
And if it
Exactly like
does, it's bad.
I'm sorry, Harper, I can't press the gas pedal on the lift.
As the drones fly forward and circle around to the other side, as they come around the other side, the blizzard stops. Like there's a eye of the storm, basically. And they fly around to the other side of the mountain, and there is a cave entrance. I mean, there's still tons of snow on the ground. The cave is relatively wide, probably maybe 50 feet wide of an entrance. I can't remember. Do the drones have any sort of enhanced senses?
Let's see. I don't remember what I gave them.
I think they had thermal.
What did you just say?
I think they had thermal vision.
Oh, not what at all what I thought you said.
I'm curious what you thought I said, and I'm happy for
I
it.
thought you said they have fentanyl, and I was like,
Okay. Wow.
that's something they whipped them with. It's like, that feels weird. I mean, it doesn't say, it just says that they're immune to fortitude, shrinking. Oh, they can shrink. I forgot I made it to the, so they could have shrunk with her.
No,
But not that small.
They have shrinking because they're small. Otherwise, they would be full-size people.
And then they have a stealth field.
Okay. So they don't actually have much in the way of enhanced senses other than just basic vision and audio.
Yeah. So it would be like, they probably have enough to like see a little bit better than the human eye, but they don't have like infrared or like any sort of advanced. They're for sampling, not for scouting.
Right. The entrance to the cave is dark, but there might be flickers of light a little deeper inside.
And Carrie will relay all of this to everybody. Kind of estimate. I'm assuming that they can also estimate distance of where they get off the chairlift to where the cave entrance is and all that.
I mean, again, they don't have direction sense, so it's an estimate, but yes.
Yeah. I can use the math skills that I have to estimate how far.
Yes, exactly.
But she will pass all of that along to everybody.
Okay. Are they going to go into the cave or?
Oh, mine? Oh.
Yeah.
Keep them out of the cave. Keep them out of the cave until we get there.
And you'll just kind of hear silence and be like, they are now.
Harry, keep them out of the cave until we get there. If you alert them before we get there, we lose any advantage we have.
They are positioned on the outside of the entrance.
Okay.
Gary over there. I can't hear you. You're going through a tunnel.
I'm sorry, you guys are breaking up. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm going into a cave. You're gonna have to speak up.
So yes, you
I
guys.
just imagine it like a cartoon. They like going forward and they're just like back up and standing up.
Okay. So you will be yeah, from what Carrie Jones tell you, it's basically it would be less than a 5-minute walk if the ground was easily passable. With the thick snow, it'll probably take you about 10 minutes of trudging through the snow.
It won't take me extra time.
No?
No.
Are you riding my drone?
No, not even that. I just have
You just have stupid fast movement.
I'm sure-footed, so I can deal with obstacles and obstructions to movement.
Yeah.
And I can reduce it by 1 for each rank of this effect, and I have 2
You can move at your normal speed,
for
which
the
is
snow.
already stupid fast.
Yeah. Oh, my normal speed's only 120 feet per round.
Just
So-
imagine you creating like anthill tunnels through the
So
snow.
4 times as fast as a normal person, right?
No, she'll grow back to normal size once off the ski lift. As well as bring up Jabberwock to full size because no one's out here.
No.
Grow up, Walkie. You're my heat buddy.
I
Like a
am not
dumb
a
normal.
mobile furnace.
You are a portable furnace, at least in the blizzard. Get up here.
Come here, we're snuggling.
I don't
Sorry.
snuggle.
Okay, you can't lie.
I am a fearsome beast.
You
Huh.
are a fearsome beast, but you are also very warm and rather soft under all the shadows.
Says
Be
the
a
cat.
quiet-
asking for a-
Be a quiet, fearsome beast.
Yeah, we'll use your booming voice to our advantage when I need it, but right now we need to not, yell our way into the cave.
He's actually relatively stealthy for something as large as he is.
Oh no, he's very stealthy.
Well, no, he's very stealthy for something as large as he is.
Yeah.
He has a 4 stealth. Which, again, for something that is, over 60 feet in length, is impressive.
Well, and that doesn't count when it comes to also if there's shadows, he is.
Yeah, he actually can turn invisible in shadows.
See, the benefit is also we can just have people hop onto him. He's very good at being fast.
That is also true. He is very fast.
He is. I mean, we get half speed from this.
Uh-huh.
So he only has 30 miles per hour.
Right. Actually, you're reduced by 2 ranks, so.
Okay, so
But that still takes him to
it's rank 3.
rank 3, so double what Alice's normal speed is.
240.
So yes, you could all ride the Jabberwock up if you want.
He's very long and very strong, so he can carry lots of people.
Promise I won't eat any of you.
You're not allowed to eat any of them.
I'm aware.
As terrible an idea as that sounds, it's probably for the best.
If you really want to get adventurous, we can try having him leap, because then he doesn't have to deal about trudging for the snow. You'd have to hold on, though. This is just a nice, horrible factoid I'd like to tell y'all. He can leap 250 feet.
I'd rather he didn't.
Let's
This is
do
good.
it.
Okay. Yeah, let's. Mr. Jabberwocky, if you wouldn't mind letting us ride.
He will just kind of lower himself to the ground so that everyone can scamper on. Like a terrifying, terrifying Appa.
I was thinking he was like the nightmare version of the Luck Dragon.
Jabber, yip yip.
Yeah.
They're both
I-
right.
I get on behind Father Daddy and wrap my arms around his waist just a little too tight.
I mean, Alice hops on right by his head, because she's the comfortable one with her Jabberwock.
I mean, what could possibly be wrong by something with 30-foot wide jaws?
I hope I don't fall.
I mean, I don't care. He won't eat me. He knows it's good for him.
Right. All right. So you ride the Jabberwock up to the cave entrance. Much as I described for the drones, as you come around the side of the mountain, it is almost like I said, like you stepped into the eye of the storm. It is still just as cold, but the wind is no longer blowing and the snow is not actively falling on you. And you can see a cave entrance, and you can see, especially those of you who have enhanced senses like Harper, you can see that there are two different pools of light that are flickering as if they're flame, about 30 or 40 feet into the cave.
Alright. Quick reminder. Dealing with Fae. Be polite. But don't accept all of their hospitality. Or anything. Don't accept anything. And be careful.
Diplomats first.
I'll also just happily be like, alright, let's go. And walk. I've walked into worse situations, honestly.
So before I move you onto the map, what is the marching order?
It seems like Alice is leading the way.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
very
Jabberwock
well.
with her, but he also is, pudding, so he can kind of be the entire line with them as well as walking.
Oh yeah. No, I mean,
But
he
we are
is
keeping
the
him
length
big.
of the party.
Yes. We
like,
are
whatever.
keeping him big because it's as I said, Mab respects power, and I will walk in with the full length Jabberwock without fear.
Sure.
I'm hanging back with Harper if Harper is back.
Yep. Harper is planning to be last in.
You're not first, you're last.
I'm fine walking up front.
Thanks, Ricky Bobby.
I am up front.
In front of Father Daddy or behind?
Either in front or beside.
Okay. All right. Let me move you all to the map.
A map, a map.
A map that I made fully expecting to not have it turned into a combat map, but prepared for the possibility.
I would really like us to not make this into a combat map.
Any
yeah,
map could
I
be a
fully,
combat map if you're brave enough.
I'm fully carrying the rug that is rolled up around the dormouse, just sort of fireman carry over my shoulder.
Okay.
I am
So
a muscle.
everyone is wearing heavy winter clothing. Correct? Or is Marcus entirely reliant on his tech?
I'm relying on my tech right now.
Okay. All right. So as you enter the cave, a couple things are going to happen. First thing is I'm going to need both Marcus and Carrie, although Carrie's not here, to give me a will save.
A will save? Is
Was
this
that
Or you could use the ranks of the highest rank of your power well, highest rank of any of your powers, really. The highest rank of any power that has the technological descriptor.
Oh, I got a natural 20 for a 30 on my will check.
Okay.
So wait, does that mean Terry does have to take a will save? Or
Oh yeah.
oh no. Can it be a technology?
No.
It would have to be a will.
Yeah. Or it could be the ranks of the summon. But I think that's less than your will.
I got a 23.
Okay. So, good news, bad news.
Oh
Good
no.
news is Marcus's tech is still working.
Oh, fuck.
Bad news is once they fly in past the cave entrance, your drones drop dead.
What about the comms?
What comms?
That's my line.
Fuck me.
The comms are equipment. They aren't even paid for with points.
Alice is kind of like, oh, I didn't think about that.
I did.
It's okay. I'm used to dealing with bullshit trying to shut my magic down or my tech down.
All right, where's my list of things I need to look at?
I don't know if you, without your drones active, I don't know if you have anything else that is relevant at the moment.
Nope.
No, I'll just be able to hear whatever torturous things are going on in there. But Peter is still examining the hotel, so.
Peter is still examining the hotel. And once the comms drop, Erica looks at you and just says, do we need to go to them? I'm not going to just go. But without your tech, is that a, how worried are you?
The quick question. Do
Yes.
the drones just kind of drop out of the
Yes.
air?
Yep.
Like right at the lip of the cave?
Yes.
As she's walking past them, Harper will sort of heel kick one of them back outside of the cave.
It will spring right back to life.
I mean, she's going to keep walking. She's going to keep following everybody in, but
Okay.
Harry will look at Erica after that happens and just say, I think we hold off for now.
Okay. So as you enter the cave, you can see that this is a massive structure. The cave slopes downwards, not super sharp, but enough that you're clearly going to be going deeper into the mountain as you move forward.
Can I at least have a view and see the map? What's going on?
Yes, I will give you I'll give you the stream camera.
Sorry, my audio just broke for a minute, so I was very confused.
As you start to enter, you will also see, very quickly, you will see a number of red caps, a slua, a kind of ethereal looking fae that is wearing what looks like a shroud made of ice, another troll, and a number of tiny little sprites flitting around the cave. And as you enter, the red caps, halt! Who goes there?
We're here to talk with your queen.
And why should we let you do that?
Because we have something she wants and something she doesn't.
They do all immediately pull their scythes to bear, and go on.
I will kind of gesture with my head back to Harper, who is carrying the dormouse. And
it's a
then
really nice rug.
And then hold up the amulet.
I'm sure the queen's gonna want to see you. But I want to eat them. The queen's gonna want to see them.
You don't want to eat us.
Oh, I really do.
It won't go well for you. And I'll just kind of like look towards the Jabberwock behind me.
He will turn and gesture behind him. You're outnumbered, sweetheart.
I'm not worried about that.
We'll bring you to the queen. You can't bring your weapons.
Sure. What weapons? My sword isn't out. It's in Hammerspace.
I was going to ask. They will gesture to Harper's backpack. And Marcus, is the arcade suppression device something that is visible, or?
Yeah, it's an assault rifle I carry on my back, so I will depower it and hand it over.
There aren't any weapons in here.
I can smell the iron.
No, you can't. There isn't any. I left that back at the house.
Okay, then he can't.
That's interesting. Because there ain't any.
Well, then it shouldn't bother you to leave it behind.
This is my clothes and shit. This is all of my stuff, and you ain't taking it. So no.
You're not coming any further. You can wait for your friends here if you want. Look, I'm sure you're very scary, but as scary as you are, Mab is scarier. And if I let you come before her with that bag, yeah, no. So those are your choices: leave the bag or stay.
I'll head back out toward the exit of the cave, carrying the dormouse.
Alex is gonna shoot a glance towards Orpheus of the. What the. We need that.
On her way back out of the cave, she will pick up a couple more of the drones and take them back outside of the cave.
Sure.
She will take off the backpack and give it to one of the drones. And speak directly to Carrie. Keep this out of the reach of anything but me.
I think how heavy is the backpack?
It maybe weighs 5 pounds. It's literally there's
Okay.
a duck and like a bag of salt in there.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure like that if I needed like 2 drones to hold it, if you had like wet stuff in it, like how
It's
heavy was
literally just the matter
No,
of
no, no.
platters.
Yeah,
Okay.
I cannot let anyone else get a hold of that duck.
Okay. So Carrie will take Peter and we'll take the backpack and kind of hide
All right.
around the corner, kind of behind some trees with it. So his little tiny arms will come out and just kind of holding the backpack like this.
And then she will come back inside.
Okay.
Think we're good.
Fine. Leave it outside the cave. I don't care. Well, follow us. And then the 5 red caps that you can see, will kind of 2 of them will go in front, 2 will walk alongside you guys, 1 will bring up the rear, and they will start leading you through the caves.
We're going on a trip.
As we're walking, I'm going to just very softly to Alice. Are you actually going to let me do the talking?
Do you actually know what you're doing, or shall I? Because right now, I'm making results happen. And I will continue to get results because I do know what I'm doing. But if you want to do at least a little, we can try that.
How about if we all pretend like we're actually a team and work the fucking together? Yeah? Sound like a good plan? Sounds like a good plan.
Technically, Alice isn't part of your team.
That's
but...
where Alice is the. Y'all joined me on this quest when I was already on it. Y'all said this wasn't your quest. This was mine.
No. Your quest of hunting Fae. We're on a different quest.
Technically, you guys finished your quest.
Mhm. It's look.
Harper did use the term pretend.
No, it's
Yep.
look. I'll let you
And-
talk. I'm not gonna silence you. Just
And she Orpheus asked that question and didn't respond.
All right.
it's a matter of Alice knows when to shut up, but
All right.
she'll
So
also take the initiative. So
if you guys want to move yourselves through the map, because there's way too many of you for me to move you.
I will move
Where
Alice,
are
and
we
then I
moving
will
to?
eventually
Yeah.
grab my
Yeah,
pudding
leave the
snake.
Jabberwock's body behind. Just take his head for now.
I'll grab my pudding snake. I will just grab him later. I'll grab him later.
Okay. So, as you move forward to the north, and also going down, you come up towards a curve in the cave. Actually, immediately when you come in to your right, there was an opening behind the troll that was curtained off.
Yeah.
You come up towards the north, and you see that there are several stone sarcophagi. There are braziers lit throughout, although it's curious in that they don't seem to be giving off any heat, just light. And there are numerous, like I said, little sprites just flitting about. Around the curve, there are a group of 5. They almost look like they're made from frozen plants, who are standing in front of another curtained off area. Once you get around that curve, you will be almost overwhelmed by 2 different things. The first being the sight of a large number of Unseelie Fae seated at a series of large feast tables. You hear music playing. There is a massive ice beast standing sentinel against the far side of the cave. There are a pair of dancers. One seems to be human, and the other is a satyr. Although you can hear the music playing, you do not see anyone playing instruments. And the smell of the food is incredible. You all have just hunger pangs on smelling it. Not enough that there's a will save to stop yourself from eating or anything, but it's just overwhelmingly good smelling. Also in that area there. What?
That's just where Alice has the nope.
Yep. Also, you noticed in the northern end of this large cave, there is another curtained off area with 3 ice fae standing guard in front of it. But all of that is just taken in at a glance, because the thing that immediately commands attention is a throne of ice on top of a bearskin rug, atop which is the most beautiful female creature, you don't think you can call her a woman, that literally any of you have ever seen. I need a will save from everyone who is present, except for the Jabberwock, who I don't think is attracted to humans.
Well, not like that.
Right. I got an unmodified 20.
Maybe
Okay.
just for eating. A natural 20 for 28.
Sorry, I got a modified 20.
Okay.
They're there with you, Marcus.
I also got a 20.
A lot of 20s. Everyone except for Harper and the Jabberwock, you are effectively entranced and impaired. It's kind of a modified entranced. It's simply enough that it will prevent you from acting aggressively.
acting aggressively being
Violence.
okay. So I can still be a snarky little shit.
Sure.
Awesome.
All of you have been in the presence of power before. All of you have been in the presence of beauty before. Mab defies and transcends the limits of both. She is not simply beautiful or powerful. She is awful in the most literal meaning of the word. She inspires awe. Some of you have met gods. Others of you have met demons. You've been witness to some of the most beautiful men and women alive. Mab is more. Being in her presence literally makes you feel like you have been stripped down to your core and laid bare before the concept of winter. Next to her, there is also a bearded male fae, and at her feet, there are two children. The boy is perhaps 6 or 7, wearing only breeches, bare-chested. He has wild-looking hair. Doesn't seem to be bothered by the cold. The girl is about 3 years old, and you recognize her as being Caitlin Robinson. As you walk in, the Redcaps say, "Your Majesty, you have visitors who wish to parley." Then let them come forward and introduce themselves. And she simply leans back.
Gracious Queen, I am Orpheus of Thrace.
She's clearly waiting for the rest of you to speak.
Yeah,
as
I'll
well.
look over to the others.
Alice, and this is the Jabberwock.
My name is Marcus Moon. I'm not from this universe, but it's nice to meet you.
Pleasure, Father Lawrence Rains.
I'm just the muscle.
The muscle has a name.
Harper.
Alice, quick question.
Quick answer.
Did you curtsy?
I did.
Second question. Not so much a question. Give me an insight check.
Understandable. Have a look.
You don't need it.
Okay.
Save your luck.
Okay.
You are picking up something from the Jabberwock that you have never seen before.
What?
He's afraid.
Oh.
For the record, I am giving that diplomatic bow that heads of state give to each other, where
Okay.
it's like I'm recognizing your power and I am giving you respect, but I am not,
See, here's the best
You're
part.
not being obsequious, but you are also giving
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah, that
You're gonna see Alice be the
detached
nicest she's ever been.
respectfulness.
Sure. I mean, you're a bard. You're an immortal bard. You understand how deep is the appropriate level of bow
Yes.
to.
Exactly.
Sure.
And I hit that exactly.
Sure.
Alice is at that kind of a quiet look back at the Jabberwock, like, huh. And with the, if I can tell, she can tell. There's no way she can't.
Oh yeah. Or maybe it's just because you know him so well that you can tell, but
Or maybe it's all the whining he's doing and whimpering.
Oh, he'd rather die than that.
What is it that you wish of me?
We have a couple of matters we would like to bring to your attention, and would like to find room for negotiation in order to seek a peaceful and mutually beneficial arrangement.
You have very pretty words, Bard. Go on.
Thank you. The first issue is the disruption that your awful presence brings to the mortal world.
You mean the storm?
Yes.
Ah.
The second issue is the disruption of the balance between you and your Brandon's gonna check real quick. We established did we establish sisters, or can I roll for a relationship between Mab and Titania?
You would know that they both are willing to use the title of sister to describe the other. Their actual parentage is unknown, so but
Sister is not
you
the
would know
wrong
that
word to
sister is
use.
appropriate. What?
So,
Yeah, sister's not the wrong word to use.
You and your sister.
Be direct.
We are under the impression you are making a play to bring winter almost year round.
You are not wrong. I simply wished to establish that the disruption is not my doing. I am taking advantage.
Understood. Our third issue are the children that have been welcomed into the court of the Unseelie recently.
Go on.
Our fourth and final issue
Fucking stop.
is the Red Queen.
What? Pause. What?
That's the name of the woman who's. Did I get the name wrong?
Catherine the Red.
Catherine the Red.
Catherine the Red. Okay, sorry.
I was like, the Red Queen's the speedster we just dealt with.
Yeah, no, there's been a bunch of red. Sorry. Catherine the Red.
Look, don't let this line of reasoning go. Let's take care of them both. She's a speedster after all.
I don't
Red
think
shit. We don't
the
like red
Red
shit.
Queen will help us.
Catherine the Red's untimely presence.
I hear your grievances. And why? What incentives do you have for me to address your grievances as opposed to, well, simply having my guards kill you?
True, actually. First off, we have one of your Fae who I don't think is supposed to be running amok. And I will gesture towards Harper with the dormouse.
Harper will just take the rug, flop it down, and like let it roll itself out. You know, holding onto one end so it rolls itself out, and the dormouse will just keep rolling until it gets to the foot of her throne.
Oh, now this is curious. What are you doing here?
I mean, I'm assuming it's asleep, so
Yeah.
it's we weren't sure, but we assumed it was probably not meant to be.
Engaging in petty human
She
matters.
snaps her fingers.
Oh.
What, huh? Oh. Hello. Robin,
Oh crap.
what are you doing? That is a very good question. It is. I am awaiting an answer. I don't know. I came up to play, and we'll address that. There was this silly mortal with long ears. You might remember the one mortal who that one time with your sister, and yes, I know the story. Right, of course, Your Majesty. How foolish of me. By the way, at this point, as he's speaking, the Dormouse is slowly transforming into the same size, but a more purely humanoid shape.
And Orpheus's eyes, like he heard Robin and he went.
So yes, this curious mortal with the long ears, I thought he would be fun to play with, and so I went to go play with him, and then he looked at me, and then he said something about being a mouse, and I thought, well, being a mouse sounds like something interesting and fun, and Robin, yes, Your Majesty. The point. Yes. He turned me into a mouse. And I forgot to come home. You forgot. Well, perhaps I was glamored and unable to. Robin, to my side. Yes, Your Majesty. And not a word. Yes, not a word.
Motherfucker, glamored fuck.
And he will scamper over towards.
And I'm not ruling for it, but I'm just going to assume Orpheus is smart enough to, when he heard Robin, instantly put two and two together.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Robin Goodfellow. Fuck.
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Does it matter that technically it is yours? No, not a word.
Also wait a moment to make sure that's done. Because she knows smarter than to interrupt. The second reason why you should at least listen to us and hopefully we can come to a peaceful settlement is this, and she will hold up the amulet. Because I doubt your sister would like to be aware of what is happening before you have finished.
Quick question.
But alas, we don't want you quite to finish this to disrupt our realm.
Quick question for the GM.
Yes.
You had mentioned Thomas Reimer has a relationship
with both
of some sort, some kind of relationship in very fuzzy kind of terms that I rolled high enough to know. Was it Titania or Mab that he has an association with?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
there was one that was specifically mentioned with how high I rolled.
So what most you definitely knew is that Thomas Reimer was taken away by Titania for a single night that lasted perhaps
years.
50 years.
Yeah.
I believe you might have rolled high enough to know that Thomas Reimer and Titania have a child together.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was Titania or if it was Mab.
Yeah. But he also has some sort of history with Mab as well.
Yeah.
Well,
because
didn't he
told
say
her no?
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
told to pick between one or the other, picked one, so the other got mad, and then left the one he picked. So that she's mad too.
Yeah. No. I remember that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just couldn't remember which one. Yeah.
Mab is not his lover. Mab is the jilted one.
Yep.
Child, are you threatening me?
Threatening's such a strong word. But if it's the one you choose to use, we can work with it. Of course, I would like it to not have to be one. I think we both would.
Queen Mab, we are in negotiations. We merely wish to, in the spirit of good faith, present the possibility that all parties who are interested may be interested in negotiating. We would
Very
never
well.
do anything so crass as threaten.
Of course not. Rude enough to walk in here with an item of power created by my sister's lover, designed to draw her attention, but not so crass as to insult. We understand each other, Bard.
Absolutely. We are resourceful, but not stupid.
So, you come with the knowledge that if we are not able to come to successful negotiations, you will inform my sister. And you have returned my faithless servant. And in return, you wish me to, well, stop the storm. That's trivial. And she gestures and...
Thank you.
But you wish me to give up my plan. You wish me to return the children who were freely offered to me. And there's something about Catherine that is concerning to you?
Yes.
Perhaps you should expand on this point.
Well, the
I do-
child, as I'm sure you are aware, the child who was offered to you, motioning to Robinson, was for the service of Catherine the Red.
Yes.
We would wish that the target was not harmed.
We already took care of that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we needed to make sure that Catherine the Red, like, went away, didn't we? Am I missing something?
I
We
thought we banished her.
yeah.
Did we?
Well, yeah.
I thought we drove her off, but we didn't actually banish her.
No, we banished her. I that may be the session you weren't here.
Oh.
That might have been.
Okay. Oh, never mind on the Catherine the Red thing.
Okay. Strike that, reverse it.
Yeah.
The jury has been instructed to omit that from their consideration.
Yes. Please disregard the
So I think
the court records.
since Catherine the Red was not able to fulfill her contract, we would appreciate it if the payment were returned.
Alice is just sitting here like, I don't remember us discussing this one before we walked in, so I'm not backing him up on this one.
A guarantee of success is not a part of the negotiations for Catherine's services. Your request for the child is denied.
May I ask how long the child will serve with you?
No. Those are old rules and old bargains written when your sire was young. The child was offered to Unseelie. The child belongs to Unseelie.
You'll see him reluctantly but still firmly nod.
Will the child live?
Does anyone?
We've been
No
told
one is immortal.
No, but we've been told the child had complications. Will it have a longer life here than it might?
The child's physical health is in no danger. I assure you, my magic is more than capable of doing what mortal science cannot.
Orpheus missed a bunch. Or
Oh
rather,
yeah, the
Brandon missed a
child
bunch.
was very sickly, we've been told.
Oh.
Like heart defects?
Heart defects and severe autism.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking at Harper like, should we start blasting?
Which is part of the reason why her mom
Gave her up.
was so desperate that she was willing to give her up. Because she was just at the I can't do this.
Gotcha. Very well then. The restoration of the balance.
Well, the bringing this to my sister's attention ahead of time is less than ideal. Although I also don't know that she has the power to stop me. I am willing to consider ending my plans. But perhaps you could offer additional incentives. You are asking me to give up something very dear to me.
Perhaps I would ask you to consider the fuller cost. It is not only your realm that is acting and reacting to the changes in the celestial spheres.
Of course.
It will not merely be your sister who will respond. And would it not be better to be seen as above the petty concerns of power that beings lower than your gracious self are so wrapped up in?
Petty.
Oh, there's that Alice mode. I don't know if that's the right words.
Petty. I am Mab. I am the queen of air and darkness. Anything that I do to expand my realm is in service to all that I am. And this is somehow petty?
Not at all. Thus, why you
A
are
counter
above.
offer. A favor. To be collected at a future date.
Indebted to whom?
I count 5 of you. The 5 of you. To me. 1 favor to be collected at a future date.
That is 5 favors. I will give you a favor and a term of service.
Where are you met?
Perhaps you would be interested in a court musician for a time.
Oh, a musician who could make Hades weep. That is tempting. But it does not address the fact that the other four of you stand before me offering nothing of your own.
I don't know that a favor from me would be very valuable to you, madam.
And why not?
I won't be here much longer.
Perhaps a pound of flesh, then.
I'm using all of that, actually.
So, you refuse. If you don't plan to be here, then what do you have to lose by offering a favor?
I don't want to give you something that you can't collect eventually.
That sounds like my problem. Being able to say that you have cheated Mab is quite an accomplishment in this or any other realm that you might go to. You can say no, but you're not going to weasel out of saying no.
Marcus, make your choice.
I was just trying to be respectful. I don't know what the right move is.
Carlos has the.
Gee, it's almost like negotiating with the Queen of the Fae is not easy.
Right? How dare she?
Respect falls from confidence. If you keep acting like a coward, that's all she will think of you.
Then I respectfully decline.
Noted. And you, priest? Or should I negotiate with the one inside you?
I fear you would get a less pleasing answer from the other one than myself. Regardless, I would like to decline. I feel that in good faith, we have both returned your wayward son and offered a reasonable recourse for what we're asking. So I think both of those are more than fitting to satisfy this deal.
You are being offered 4 gifts.
I see 5 petitioners. Child.
Perhaps. But, as you know, I'm sure.
The muscle has to change headphones.
Okay.
As I'm sure you know, my service counts as 2.
I was not aware that your wife was agreeing to be bound by the terms of this deal.
My wife is bound by all things I am bound by.
Your wife is not here.
She is not.
You speak for her.
Yes.
Noted. Child. She's looking at Alice.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Aunt Puppy. Carrie should be super glad that she is not here. And what do you have to offer?
I fear I have recently escaped from realms similar to yours. So, while the idea of being owed debts to you is not something pleasing to me, nor do I feel like many of your kind would be pleased to see me around, I now fear in accepting to owe you 1. After all, I was the one who walked in here with this, and she would gesture to the amulet. I fear it would be a bit more cruel than I'd like to be, to then refuse the offer you have extended.
And finally, you, warrior, if Wiki has her headphones back on, I'm not actually looking at the
I
right
do.
screen. Okay.
good.
Or perhaps
I don't do. Continue.
perhaps rather than a favor or a pound of flesh, I could offer you a service and take that troublesome creature off your hands. I'm well aware of your dependence on being close to it. I can take care of that.
I don't do well owing favors that are undisclosed in nature. And I kind of already have one of those in effect.
No, no, no. You misunderstand me. In lieu of you owing me a favor, I will take the creature. You will owe me nothing.
I think you know how tempted I am by that. However, I don't think it's in the best interest of me or my realm that you have that. So you may take your pound of flesh.
Which is your dominant hand?
Ambidextrous. Either.
She's going to nod, and the shardling in front of her is going to step forward.
My queen. That would be 6 gifts.
How do you say that? I had 2
So-
refusals.
Myself, my wife, leaving your sister out of it, the dormouse, my favor.
And Alice.
You've made your deal, Bard. Warrior. Do you make this offering?
I do what's required.
Then hold out your hand.
Which one?
Your choice. Mab is nothing if not magnanimous.
I like these rings more.
She nods, and the shardling will slice off your hand. It will immediately cauterize from the cold.
See, Alice is just sitting here glad that the Jabberwock hasn't been dragged in. With it
Far as
standing
Mab's
behind her.
concerned- As far as
Oh.
Mab's concerned, the Jabberwock is a beast.
That's fair.
Cauterized or not, Larry's going to wrap it up at least and
Okay.
unneeded, but try and steady Harper, who is just no selling it like he figures she
Of
will.
course.
But
Of course she is. Very well.
Harper's like, whatever.
Give me a moment to consider. And in that moment, I would like a persuasion check. It's going to have to come from Orpheus.
Yep.
Although I will allow anyone who made an offering to assist.
Well, horrible roll, but I do assist.
Yep.
Oh, I'm on the wrong. I'm like looking at chat, like, where is it?
Harper's like,
Oh,
I'd give
no.
you a hand, but they took one already.
No, you can have a hero point because that's fucking absurd.
I mean, you already have severely modified the DC by offering up a pound of flesh, but I get it. God damn, roll 20. It's a
that-
7.
It fucking hates me, I swear to God.
I mean, at least it's a 17 because of the hero point.
All right,
So what's my bonus?
just roll. I know what your bonus is.
Just roll.
Are you impaired?
I'm gonna spend a hero point.
Check your character sheet because there's a -2 there.
Yeah.
I'm impaired.
You are?
We all
Yeah,
are, except
we
for
all
Harper.
are.
Everybody but
Harper's
me.
impaired.
That's the oh no, she's hot penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, essentially, yes.
So that's a 25
Okay.
I think I would roll
So,
better if I had a
plus
Spotlight.
whatever.
right. So, for the record, and I will happily share this with you guys at some point in the future, I had an extensive chart of modifiers that could affect this roll.
Can I just say, by the way, this is where the foreshadowing was?
Yeah.
This is where the I don't like this conversation came from in the Discord, because my father decides to ask my sister out of nowhere, would you rather lose a hand or owe a fairy queen a favor? And I was just sitting there before going, I don't like this question.
And I don't believe my teamwork applies because I'm the one leading the roll. That's correct. Is that correct?
That is correct. However, that said, in total, you ended up with a plus 24 to the roll.
One other thing.
Yes.
I have attractive level 2.
Yes.
And
She
this was a
does not care.
persuasion check.
Yes. Read attractive.
You're
Someone
giving
who
you
might-
plus 2 service bonus on deception and persuasion checks to deceive, seduce, or change the attitude
Of
of
someone
anyone
who
who
might.
finds your looks appealing.
She's not into you.
Probably doesn't.
She's not that
find
into
really
you.
appealing.
But like I said, in total, with what you guys said and did, you ended up with a plus 24 to the roll. With a 25 as what Orpheus rolled.
And the DC was 50.
The DC was 45.
Ooh.
Well, actually, the DC was at least 25. How much higher is going to determine what Mab does next. And we will find out what Mab does next episode. Or, you know what? Screw it. We're already late. Let's just go ahead and finish this off. You have offered me much and have presented compelling arguments. I will call off my plans. The infants I will return, and you may take them back to their parents, if their parents wish them. Jack, do you wish to return to your mortal life? Are you kidding? No. I can be your knight and be young forever?
Oh.
Caitlin cannot make a meaningful choice. She does not have the facilities. So I will leave the choice to you. You can return the child to parents who offered her to Catherine in vengeance. Or you can allow me to raise her in unsealing. It matters not to me.
Well, it does matter to me. And I think the best choice here would be for you to raise her.
Come again.
Very well. Unseelie, prepare to depart. A few final words. I will do nothing to affect the natural flow of the seasons. However, I am not the only one, as you so wisely and foolishly pointed out, who has taken an interest in our new celestial alignment. And unless someone can persuade Persephone to return to the surface, nothing Titania or myself can do will affect when winter ends on your world. And with that, we will pick up next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I've been waiting to bring this episode to the table.
I've been the one hearing about it.
I hope everyone enjoyed it as much as I did. Around our network, Freedom League Dark, back tomorrow? Yes, no?
No, we're off tomorrow because there's an M&M developer Q&A over on the Mutants and Masterminds Patreon.
Okay, so no Freedom League Dark, but go listen to Alex on the Mutants and Masterminds channel. And if you are enjoying what we're doing and would like to read any of our awesome Patreon-only posts, including probably my adventure notes from this adventure, because I want to share them, you can come join us at our Patreon at patreon.com/UntoldStoriesProject. Heroes, I'm going to give everyone a chance to say goodnight and plug anything you want to plug, and we will start it with Deuce.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. However you do, those who watch us live, always love having you here. Those watching after the fact, leave a comment, tell us what you do, what you can do better, and where we screwed up along the way. Always appreciate it. Other fun things to mention in there, if, especially with the coming con season on our way, you need to find yourself in possession of some awesome, cool math rocks, go to the Norse Foundry page, find yourself some awesome metal dice or stone dice or whatever dice floats your fancy, and use code USP Norse. Wow. Get some cool dice for you, your friends, anyone that makes you happy. And yeah, so glad you're watching, and I hope you appreciate it as much as I do the betrayal I found in my own party as we had a chance to throw a speedster on the altar of the Mad Queen, and we didn't do it. So I'm personally betrayed by Brandon, and I don't know that I can ever recover from this. It hurts me. It hurts me so much, but, you know, don't play a speedster. Don't save a speedster. Just get rid of them all. With that, to the one who's going to contradict me, Jemmy.
Thank you all for watching. Little fun fact about Jemmy here. I've always been a fan of Fae. I've always loved all the rules that follow them. So I was very happy when I was like, oh, Fae. And just as much fun as I thought it would be negotiating map, even if half the time I'm sitting here going, no, crying over word choices. But, you know, that's what the fun of gaming happens. Make sure you come back next week. We're gonna have all the fun mental breakdowns we can have in one episode. Probably. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Or just new plot to move on to our next arc. So I think we're wrapping up this one. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Take your meds. Be happy. We love you. We want you to all be okay. And hey, remember, when talking with a Fae Queen, quick wit's important. And with that quick wit comes some quick speed too. Play a speedster. Wiki.
Taught you well, young Padawan.
Just call me Lefty. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, Alex?
Yeah, I don't have anything else. We will see you next time. I'll pass it up to Aaron. Or over to Aunt Puppy.
Aunt Puppy?
Over to Aunt Puppy.
And Brandon too hasn't gone. There's two people who haven't.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
I don't have anything. Just play a game. Brandon.
So I'm sure that Larry's response to me letting Matt keep the kid won't come up at all. next week. So you definitely shouldn't tune in for that. But otherwise, yeah. For all of you high school students out there, good luck on your impending exams. For all of you high school teachers, be like me. Make sure those exams are as impossible as you possibly can make them. Make sure to take out all your rage and frustration on them. And for everyone else, be kind to people, especially yourself. Aaron?
That is it for those of us at the Untold Stories Project. Until next time, be careful out there and make sure that you don't run into something in the dark. Bye.
And we're off.